No, it's just the Rocket League one.
There we go. It's quiet, but I think it might just be the PC, to be honest.
Run it, run it, run it. Go, 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 go.
She love likes men. Interesting. Tender
No.
evolution.
You want me to?
We don't get to play the eat.
What does that say? Cooking in Tim.
Cooking and stimming.
Let's do our fam.
There we go. Good.
I believe so.
Alrighty. Just want to make sure you can hear me on there before I'd say anything.
Or the Discord move. I don't know if you're quiet or if it's just the monitor. They're pretty quiet on the screen.
That sounds about right.
For those who are watching, we are figuring out audio. So, yes. I don't even know if you can
That's a
hear
lot
me.
louder.
I don't know if they can hear me, but they can hear you, I think. So,
Well, if we're in the Discord, you should be able to hear yourself.
I can hear myself.
Okay. We ready to go?
I believe so.
Alrighty. Welcome everybody tuning in to the very first video of the 2025 Christmas Bowl. It is back, baby. We're on our 5th freaking year of it, and it is absolutely insane. This is just something that has just started with Caden and I, and now it has escalated into an absolute beauty of a tournament, and we got a whole lot to cover tonight. You can see the title, Group Reveal Night. We're going to talk about the description of how this bowl is going to work. We got 12 contestants, and it's going to start out with a group stage where 2 groups of 6 are going to do 3 rounds of play, and the top 4 from each group will move on into a playoff round, which is single elimination, and the winner walks home with a grand prize of $100 from me. Yes, you can win some of my money. I will put $100 on the line. Should have been 40 from last year, but we don't have the original winner here, so and with 12 players, I think it's roughly fair. Don't you think, Caden?
Yeah, I agree. I'm honestly very excited to be back. It's been a while. We've had this plan for months now. It was nice to have that little break to be able to plan things, make sure there's as less of issues as possible. I do want to talk about a main difference that you might see moving forward with the Christmas Bowl stuff. Things happened with my PC and the streaming setup, so uh, it is most likely that Zach will be the one to stream the Christmas Bowl moving forward. So, with that being the case, all the things will be going on his channel instead of mine. So I just wanted to point that out before we start.
Yeah, it's a great point there. I honestly don't know what happened to his CPU. We're gonna get it fixed, hopefully. If not, I'll just have to host things on a separate PC. Well, we'll get it worked out. But it's getting late here. I think we decide to reveal some groups here, don't we?
Yeah, let's do it. Zach knows them all. I'm going into this blind as well as everybody else who's watching this. So, guess we'll see what happens.
The only thing we know is that the Grants are both in Group B, but I think we're going to know all the rest tonight, so I think we should just get right into it.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Ranking reveal. So I'll pause it right here so you can take a good look at it. Obviously, we have the two groups on each side. Everybody's going to be 0 and 0, obviously. And in the center there is the blank Christmas Bowl logos. Those will be filled in with the logos of those who qualify for the playoffs, while the other two will stop at Elimination Station.
Yeah, and I really like the design of the way we have this group stage set up. The graphic looks really nice, and a nice addition we have this time around is everybody has their logos. Obviously, we did that on the scoreboard for the Patriot Bowl. This time, we're going to have it as like the main thing. Everywhere you see a name or something, you will see their logo. So
exactly.
I'm pretty excited for this.
Alrighty, so I think we're going to start here with A1, then B3, A2, then B4, then A3, and A4, just to catch up, and then we'll go A5, B5, A6, and then lastly will be B6. Alright, it's enough dilly-dallying. Caden, take it away.
All right, well, there's a lot to unpack here. We have 6 new members, as we talked about, 4 members that will be decided in the groups that have played before. So we'll see how it works out. Let's go ahead and get the first one going here. Let's see who was revealed first. These were all revealed by a wheel that were put into either Group A or Group B. Besides the Grants, they were put in Group B on purpose. And yeah.
Here we go. Let's begin with A1. Who did it draw out to be?
Reese is going to Group A as the first member. He is one of the newest members. He's on the JV team on Ohio Northern. You've seen him on Zach's channel play the various JV games. So he will be the first one to highlight Group A. So interesting start here.
Starting off strong with these Ohio Northern members representing. And now, we're going to switch things over. We're going to go towards the B team. Or the Group B. B3. Try to say that 5 times fast.
I wonder who's going to join the Grants. It's definitely interesting to see how much of a chance the Grants will have in Group B. So I guess we'll see what happens here. Oh, Tim. Tim is going to join the Grants in Group B. That's actually very interesting. Because we've gone through and looked at MMR and stuff. I mean, Tim is just kind of slightly above the Grants in most modes. So I feel like they could have a chance with Tim in that group. But Tim is a member of the 3rd string on Ohio Northern. And again, you've seen him on Zach's channel. He will be joining the Grants in Group B. It's definitely interesting. Group B's looking pretty good so far.
Saw 2 Ohio Northern members come off the board. There's still a lot more to go. They represent a huge chunk of this, but we still have a couple of Pandora and Kaleida people that we got to get going off the board here. Well, we actually got the Kaleida one, but we still got a couple Pandora people.
Definitely interesting to see who's going to join Reese in Group A. This is where it starts to get interesting, for sure. Yeah, the Grants and Tim in Group B. I'm very interested to see the Grant versus Grant matchup, which is going to be one of the matchups confirmed. And joining Reese in Group A is going to be Zeph. This is definitely interesting. Zeph has been the one to dominate these bowls thus far. He's finished 2nd in the Christmas Bowl last year. He's 1st place in the Easter Bowl and the Patriot Bowl. So I'm definitely excited to see these two in the same group. It's just the question is, will they end up playing each other? Because each member only gets 3 rounds.
It could be that chance, but we saw that record pop up there for Zeph. 17-2 is just phenomenal. He's won, I think it's, I forget what the number is. It's got to be near 15 games in a row. I think that's what it is at right now. Just absolutely incredible work by him. The lone grand champ at one point in twos. He fell out of that, but he's still making a great name for himself. And without his opponent that took him down last year, what will happen this time with Omar not being around?
Yeah, Omar will not be one of the members, unfortunately. Some issues with his console kept him from playing this year, but hopefully we'll get him back in the future. But yeah, for Zeph, this is honestly going to be a good challenge. He was one asking for some more new members for a better challenge, so this is definitely a good start for him.
He asked, and we delivered. This was only supposed to get just a few members. We weren't expecting it to go crazy, other than maybe getting back to our normal 8. But now, looking at where we are, it is just incredible. But let's keep this show rolling. Back to the B-side. Who's joining the Grants and Tim?
7 members to go. We'll see if anybody else will join. This is definitely going to be an interesting one here because right now this group's pretty close, and Chase is going to go to Group B. So the second ONU member to join Group B, he will be alongside Tim in the Grants. Chase is the second member of the ONU JV. And this is definitely interesting for sure. I think right now Chase, with the 4 people that are on there, is the heavy favorite to take Group B. Obviously, we still have 2 more members to be revealed, but that is huge for Chase. He avoids Zeph and Reese, at least in the group stage, so that is going to be interesting for sure.
Very, very interesting placement indeed. But now we're going to go move back over towards the A side. This time we're going to knock out 2 of the A's back-to-backs just so we have an even slate on the board. We're going to knock out A3, then A4. Who is A3?
Joining Reese and Zeph is definitely not going to be one that this member wants, but I mean, like we said, it doesn't mean there's playing, and it's going to be me. I am joining Zeph and Reese in Group A. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the challenge here, but at the same time, there's a chance I don't play them. So this is the first time we've implemented the group stage, and I'm excited to be a part of already looks like the more competitive group for sure. Wow.
To see the first 3 for Group A be Reese, Zeph, and Caden, meaning one of them is not going to go towards the playoff stage. At least we're going to see 1 at most. Maybe the other 2 get knocked off depending on how intense this group is, but man, we're not going to see a Reese, Zeph, Caden playoff.
Well, it's still a chance.
Maybe, we'll see.
The top 4 make it out, so if us 3 all somehow avoid each other, I feel like at this point, 2 of these people are going to play each other.
Most likely.
So, but yeah, Group A is looking stacked right now, and wow.
Alrighty, now we're moving on to A4. Adding on to an already stacked group. Is it a rookie or is it a veteran?
Definitely interested to see. We still have 2 veterans on the board, I believe. And is it going to be one of them? It is Jack is going to join Group A, one of the members of the PG esports team this year. Jack has had a very up and down road throughout these bowls. I feel like his highlight was the Easter Bowl, making that lower bracket run, facing Zeph 3 times. And again, he's not going to avoid Zeph unless somehow they don't get paired in a match. This is definitely going to be a difficult group for Jack to get through depending on the final 2 members. But so far, Group A, just as a little recap, Reese, Zeph, me, and Jack in Group A. And for Group B, it's the Grants, Tim, and Chase so far. 4 members to go. It's getting dicey.
It's getting very dicey indeed. But now that we have 4 on each side, we're going to stick with A again, actually. Just so we can go A5, B5, A6, B6, go back and forth. Adding on to an already continuous stacked group. Who is A5?
Whoever's in this A5 spot is going to have some trouble already because these are 4 really good members. Will we have another Ben? Ben is going to join the stacked group in Group A. He is one of the new members as well. He's technically not on the ONU team just yet, but he will be in the next semester. So for Ben, this is his debut, and he's debuting in a very stacked Group A. This is incredible. And at this point, one of these five members is not going to make it out. So
It's a really stacked group indeed.
that's
We
wild.
only have 3 spots left, and I will give you who they are left. We have Keanu, who is not a member of the ONU esports team, but he is a student here at Ohio Northern. Me, who has yet to be decided, I am on the ONU third string, and Xavier, who's also a third string for Ohio Northern. So we've knocked out all the PG people, and now it's just only ONU people remaining. But we're now going to finally go back to Group B. Who is going to join the Grants, Tim, and Chase?
I think whoever gets it right now is praying to the gods because they want to avoid this stacked Group A as of right now. Group B, the fifth player is going to be Xavier. Xavier joins a pretty favorable group for himself so far. Obviously, Chase still, I think, is the favorite to take Group B as of right now. But Xavier, obviously, as you said, a member of the third string. I'm very interested to see how he plays against Tim and the Grants and even Chase if they get in a 1v1. We have so many new matchups we're going to have throughout this Christmas Bowl, and hopefully some older ones sprinkled in for the rivalries. But for right now, we have 1 spot remaining for both groups. Ben was picked for Group A, and Xavier is now in Group B. Well, it's just you
And Keanu.
and Keanu. Man, I feel like for it to be mostly fair, I know who I would put in both groups, but we'll see what the wheel did.
The wheel definitely gave us a great one here. With the last spot in Group A, is it me or is it or is it Keanu?
If it's Zach, this is going to be the most stacked group I've ever seen, with 2 of them not making it out of the group stage. Who's it going to be? The suspense is killing me right now. Group A, the final player is going to be Keanu, so that's exactly what I was expecting for it to be fair, which means our final member of Group B is going to be you, Zach. I'll get your thoughts on that in just a second, but talking about Group A real quick, Keanu definitely probably did not want to be in this group. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, I don't think that he would want to be in this group, considering everybody above him is over 1,000 MMR, and he might be coming in with the lowest average in this group. It is going to be a rough schedule, no matter who he gets drawn up to. I guess his best bet is going against somebody like Jack, and maybe just on the lower end, maybe Ben, because we haven't seen a whole lot of him in the ONU esports, but he's still a very fierce competitor. He's very mechanical. It's going to be a rough road. Man, Group A is definitely going to have a very stacked lineup here.
Yeah, I could see Group A going to the point where nobody goes undefeated in this group. Everybody at least has a loss, and it's going to depend on a tiebreaker, which we'll talk about tiebreakers here in a little bit. I want to get your thoughts here, Zach. You're in Group B. You have the Grants. You have Tim and Xavier, who are teammates with you on the third string, and then you have Chase. How do you feel with your group selection?
Well, not only that, we have all the third string on one group, by the way, except if
Yep.
you count Ben as a third string or not. So it is definitely a much lower MMR group, I would say. But there's still very, very talented people there. And not only that, I want to make a comment here. For the twos, of all the people who have hit Champ 3, there's 1 in Group A and 3 in Group B.
Wow, that is wild. The Grants, while they're low MMR, I feel like there could be a chance for an upset here with Tim and Xavier being in this group. Is there a chance? Do you agree here?
I think there is very much a chance here for the Grants to actually use the experience that they have in these bowls. Because remember, all these are going to be best of 5, and we've seen a lot of these turn around so quickly. We've definitely seen Jack versus Grant Hill be one of the most electrifying Game 5s I have ever seen. Game 5s have just been a historic moment on this channel and throughout the bowls in general. It is just amazing. But playoffs are going to be exciting once we get to those Game 7s. But eventually, we will get a schedule done for Group A and Group B. Look around in your group, everybody who is watching. You never know who you're going to be playing. You never know who you're going to avoid.
Exactly. I'm just going to mention it again. Everybody in these groups only play 3 matches, so this is not a round robin type scenario. You only play 3 people in your group. You could get the lucky draw, you could get the unlucky draw. It just depends on the randomized matches. I will say again, for Group B, the Grants will play each other. That is a guaranteed match now. The other matches will be decided around that. A general idea as to what to look for in the future. So like Zach said, all these matches will be best of 5. My goal is to try to complete a round each day. So if that happens, great. If not, we'll make it work. We have 12 people, so it's going to be hard to get everybody on. But the good thing of trying to get a single round done is that everybody only needs to play once. So not everybody has to be on at one time. Just everybody needs to be on for their individual match. So we'll try to do that for the 3 rounds. And then after that, it'll get a little bit messy, depending on who's in and who's out. The ideal scenario is day 1 of the playoff stage. We'll have the quarterfinals all done. Those will be all best of 5, and then the semifinals will be done on the final day, and then the 3rd place match, and then the grand finals. So that's the goal. If that happens, great. If not, we'll make it work. It's not that big of a deal. We're just great to have all 12 people here.
It is truly exciting. I thank every single player who has decided to join this bowl. Hopefully you guys win the prize. Obviously if I win, I get nothing, but winner gets $100 of my money. So $100 on the table for my money, not 500 Reese. I did not say that. But
and something interesting here I wanted to talk about. So with the 3 bowls that Zeph has participated in, he's faced a different opponent in the grand finals each time. He's played Omar. Obviously that can't happen again. He's played Jack and he's played me. Is there a chance that he makes it back and plays another new opponent in the grand final?
Well, considering that it's lined up here with the playoffs, you're going to have the top of A face the bottom of B. So in the playoffs, it's always going to be Group A will play somebody from Group B just to increase the amount of new matchups that we get. So as long as there's somebody from Group B that makes it out without getting first rounded, there definitely is a chance for Zeph to meet a new opponent that he has not faced in the grand final. Obviously, the 2 that he has faced in a final are both in his group. He has a very good chance to play at least just one of them.
Yeah, you're very right about that. And with the way these matchups look, there is a chance. I mean, it's a very low chance, but there's a chance that Zeph doesn't even make it out of the groups. I think that's pretty far-fetched at this point, but the fact that it could happen is pretty crazy.
And lastly, before we close off group reveal night, I wanted to get into a bit of the stats on MMR here, just because I have a very strong feeling that yes, it does look like A is stacked, but I think you can make a good case for B to actually have more of the intense games, because while they are lower MMR, they are more closer together. I'll take me and Chase and Xavier here, for example. In average MMR, Chase is 2nd, I'm 3rd, and Xavier is just, I think, barely outside of the top 5, with number 1 being Zeph, by the way. But still, even if Chase and I don't play each other, and it's still very good matches. Obviously, we're going to have the Battle of the Grants again. That's going to be good. Tim and Chase will be another fun one. I've seen Tim and Xavier 1v1 before. I have the feeling that's going to be a really close matchup as well. So just whatever the schedule spits out at us, I think Group B is going to have some really close matchups. A, everybody is really high ranked MMR, but there's a few gaps in there. There's a few cracks. Obviously, Caden and Reese leading the way in 3's MMR. It's the one stat that Zeph is not a top 3 in. Caden leads the way for that at 1234, followed by Reese at 1205 in that group. Chase is the other one in the top 3 at 1219. So even if there's not the matchup between them, they still have a great chance to go against these lower people. For this case, Zeph, it feels weird to talk about him as a lower at 1046. Keanu at 932, followed by Jack at 780, and Ben at 1069. So obviously Keanu and Jack not being part of the 1000 MMR club there for threes. Um, I think it makes a great case for what four could come out of that group. But for some veterans in there, for Zeph, Caden, and Jack, going against three new people, it's gonna be exciting. I'm really looking forward to watch everything that happens in that group as well. But who actually I should say which group do I think is better? I would say Group A, but which group do I think is gonna have better matchups? I think it's gonna be Group B.
You know what? I kind of agree with you, and I see a comment here from Tim, who seems pretty confident about his chances in Group B with these members. He says free group in the chat. That's quite interesting. Zach Attack 06 is the channel. But something I wanted to point it out is I just realized how perfectly even this was. There are 3 veterans on each group and 3 new members in each group. That's actually crazy. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's insane how the wheel just spun that out. I never got to be selected on the wheel. I was the last one. I was like, well, I guess I'm going to be belonging in V6.
Wow.
I watched everybody fly right past me. I saw Reese and Zeph and Kate go right away. I was like, oh, man, that is a stacked group already.
It's on YouTube. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely stacked. Once we figure out the matches, I don't know if one of us will post it on our YouTube channel or whatnot. We'll kind of get a schedule together, a general schedule. As you know, we don't really follow it too much, but we'll try to get a general schedule together. We'll know the matchups. We'll just not know if we can get all of them done in the days that we want to, but we'll probably post them on one of our channels, and we'll go from there.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say again, thank you to everybody who is joining this. I've spent a ridiculous amount of time on these graphics. We're going to have some extremely cool graphics coming in for the Christmas Bowl. You could say we've been planning this since probably middle of July.
Yeah. We've been planning it ever since the end of the Patriot Bowl. We literally already started for this tournament. So we've been trying to plan out as far ahead as possible, get the bugs figured out early so that way there's only general issues during the stream, maybe with like people being able to participate and stuff like that. I see a comment from Tim in chat talking about Chase. You are going 0-5. Tim, I would like to remind you that you're only playing 3 matches. You are not playing everybody in your group. So Chase cannot physically go 0-5. Just want that to be known. But anyways, yeah, we've been working on this for a while, and yeah.
Alrighty, well, that will do it here for group stage decision night. Everybody, just take a good look at who you're playing now in your group. Well, at least who you might be playing, I should say. And 12 enter in this group stage. Only 8 will come out into the next round.
It's so exciting. December's upon us. It'll just be a couple weeks before we probably start this. Well, I guess that'd be more Thanksgiving, so maybe give it like 3 to 4 weeks, and we'll probably get going here. But we'll keep you all posted on when we plan to start this. And yeah, we're all excited. Again, thank you to everybody who's joined and who continues to participate. We can't do these tournaments without you. And I think that's all from me.
Yep, I feel like we don't have anything more left to say. It has definitely been a roller coaster of emotions through this night. Oh man, just taking a look at these graphics is just unreal. Thank you to everybody who is tuned in and watched the very first episode of the Christmas Bowl 2025 playlist. Group reveal night. What an exciting series of events that we're going to have throughout the remainder of 2025. We're going to send it off with a banger for you. Definitely, for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be an amazing tournament. Make sure you tune in. Do not miss it. Again, we'll give you reminders each day we're going to stream. And hopefully, everything all goes well.
And with that, group night video comes to a close. Thank you for watching. and we'll see you next time for Christmas Bowl 2025.
Peace. Hot damn. I don't know how I feel. That's a tough group, bro.